Good morning, Temple family. Good morning. And that sounds so thank you, and pia pia. Good morning, Temple family here in the sanctuary, and those who are online, and for those who are joining us for the first time. I am Dr. Tamu Davidson, Science of Mind practitioner, who will be hosting your service for today. So, before we move on, as usual, we will lead off with our affirmative prayer. And so I invite you to be still, to reflect. If you're driving, just reflect on this moment. And so this is an affirmative prayer for consciousness of divine love. And so we are knowing today as God, the one source, the one love, omnipresence, love itself. As we join, we know we are one with this one source, where love expressed. And for today's service, we're knowing that each and every one of you walk away, leave with the inspiration, invigorated for your weeks, your years, your lives to come. Through this message today that will be provided, we're knowing that the divine speaks and operates through everyone who partakes in this service. And so we now release this knowing that the love of God operates and continues to touch everyone and everything. Releasing this to love, mind for action, knowing that this is so, and so it is. And at this time, we will now go to the affirmation of divine love, which can be found on page 2 of your program. And if you're online, you will see it projected. Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for this church now. Divine love is victorious, and so it is. And so at this time, we will now go into our chant. I am blessed, also found on page 2. Just take a deep breath and close our eyes as we move into this silence, knowing love and that we are blessed, the consciousness of love. as we come from this silence, we open our eyes to the divine love. And at this time, I'll be sharing our inspirational reading from our Richer Living for today, October 1st. I'll share the reading for today, the inspirational reading from Richer Living, October 1st. I am the perfect creation of a perfect God. And so it provides us with a quote here from the Bible. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. And that comes from Genesis chapter 1, verses 27. So here we cannot conceive of the nature of God as other than a perfect being whose intelligence is forever creating, recreating, and sustaining a perfect universe inhabited by a perfect man. All the arguments devised by those who are unable to perceive this truth become as nothing when we look at our world and we see God in every flaming bush and every act of nature. Only a perfect mind could conceive this universe as it is. Therefore, we must look at our own individual world and at ourselves as we believe God knows us to be. The garments of limitation are cast off when we begin to transform our individual minds with the belief that we are divinely created and divinely sustained, awaiting. Our God is with us, and our God indwells us as a perfect potential, awaiting our recognition and releasement. We know that we are born of the Spirit, that we live this day in a perfect presence, and that we are filled with this day with an unlimited power for good. I have faith that I am a spiritual being, unlimited and free. I am not merely a material body with a human mind working in a material world. This is an untrue picture of what I really am. I now lift my thoughts to the mind of God and know with him that I am his beloved creation, in whom his pleasure abides. I am divinely quickened into new creative activities. All the ideas of his mind now awaken with me, and I walk in the paths of righteousness and ways of peace. Today, I am the perfect creation of a perfect God, living in a perfect universe of order, love, and endless possibilities. All is good and all is well. And so it is. And so, at this time, we're going to sing our praise song, A Light in This World. So I invite us to stand for a praise song on page 2. Wonderful. And now we will keep standing for a prayer of our center, and you'll find this in the loose leaflet in your program. The Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community, from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate. To touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes in contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God, and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God spans our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and glory forever, and so it is. Amen. And so at this time, we will invite our youth, Sunday school children, to come up. We're going to have the lighting of the candle and blessing of the children. And I'm going to invite Abigail. I'm going to light the candle. And Abigail, I'm going to just invite you to come up and say the blessing along with us. Come on, everybody, let's huddle here. And so I saw Abigail coming up. So I'm going to invite you just to look to your program. You'll see the blessing on page 3 of your program, and recite with us as we hold. Come on, let's hold hands.
We love you. We appreciate you. We salute the Christ in you. We see you as shining lights onto your world. God is blessing you now, and so it is.
You don't want us to sing with you?
Yes, sorry. Okay. All right, so the Temple of Light mission song is the next item on the program. To Sunday school. So at this time, we're going to go through the announcements. We have an exciting, very exciting program here at the Temple of Light. And so at this time, do we have any first-time guests worshiping with us in person on this beautiful morning? Please stand so that our usher can place a sticker over your heart if you are a first time. Wonderful. Welcome. We behold the Christ in you. So as you can see, we have our beautiful floral arrangements this morning. And they were created with love by our Judith there with inputs from our floral angels as their gift to Courtney's celebration of life last Friday. Thank you, floral angels. Please give them a round of applause and your love. So I'd like you to refer to your flyer with the significant events for more details. However, the items to note are the Wisdom Circle. So join Angela Elliott right after the morning service as she leads a discussion based on the book, Collected Essays by Robert Blitzer, New Thought Luminar, the Science of Mind. And then we have our spiritual mind healing services, as usual. This is on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And this time we'll have Rev Michele Synegal. Sorry. Please join us for a truth-filled evening. The link that is shared with you via your email. And if you have not shared your email, please do so after the service. And of course, our usual labyrinth walk. Join the Ambassador of Peace, Carl Livingston, on Wednesday, October the 4th, and walk the labyrinth to deepen our consciousness of peace and harmony in our community or island, Jamaica. Then we have the prayer power. So join us for prayer power, an hour of communion on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. The Zoom link will be sent out from our mailing list on Thursday morning. This is why you have got to be on our mailing list. So please ensure to share your email with us. And we have, of course, our master class, which is coming up in October. So for persons who have not registered, yes, it is October. So that's true. It's the end of October. Already here, we've been sharing this, and guess what? There's still an opportunity for persons who have registered. Please come in this week to finalize all arrangements for the event at Jewel Paradise Cove in Runaway Bay, St. Anne. I just came from Jewel Paradise Cove. You are going to really love this property. The cost is $465 per person for double occupancy and US $678 for single occupancy or its equivalent in Jamaican dollars. Transportation, workbook materials will be included. However, it does not include the text, Art of Abundance. And all other gratuities at this all-inclusive resort are included. Remember, the weekend is under the banner of Creating a Life of Abundance, filled with purpose and meaning. Come, play, awaken, deepen, grow, and thrive. And so we know you're divinely inspired. If you want to be part of this masterclass, please don't hesitate to register. There is still time. And of course, we have classes with Reverend Michele. She begins her face-to-face classes on Thursday, the 5th of October at 11:30 a.m. The name of the class is You Are Born Rich. It is a book study and transformational money experiment for 10 sessions. Please register through the flyer or call the office, not to be missed. And of course, how many persons here, unless you don't want to show your hands, were at Poetry, Prose, and Rhythms? That was something to behold. We thank everyone who participated in its success. It was truly a wonderful evening. Thank you, organizers. Then please remember, coming up on Saturday is the Thanksgiving service for our dear Mrs. Corinne Kiddo at the Church of Ascension Mona on Saturday on the 7th of October at 10 a.m. And so we look forward to seeing our members there as we give thanks for her life. prayer support, we continue to respond to all your requests for prayer. A practitioner is available to pray with you immediately following our Sunday service. So practitioner Steve Golding is on duty today, and the number to call is 876-289-0907. If you want to speak with a practitioner, you can also call 876-289-0907 anytime from 8 a.m. to midnight, Monday to Friday. Pastoral counseling is also available, so please call the office for appointments. I'd like to thank you for your generosity and for helping us to be a beacon of light in the world. If you wish to support our ministry financially, kindly visit our donate page at donate.templeoflightcsl.org, which has our banking details. Thank you, as together we support a world that works for everyone. This concludes the announcements. Please join me in the first hymn, Knowing, on a flyer in the program and on the screen for online congregants. Sorry, no, it is on page 3. My apologies. Thank you. What a wonderful hymn. And at this time, of course, our message for today will be brought by our own Reverend Michele Synegal. And so we know her as the vibrant, spunky, new senior minister that has come from the US to Jamaica, but has her own links to Jamaica. But I think now she's a bona fide Jamaican. Yes? Yes. Bona fide. And so, without any further ado, I won't stand between you and your exciting message for today. Over to you, Reverend.
Well, thank you so much. Good morning. Ah, what a glorious morning it is, yes? Yes, so glad to be here. And I want to appeal to our online viewers. You know, sometimes we forget that you're there, but I want you to know that I'm recognizing that you are there, and actually, I'm challenging you to come and bless us with your presence in the sanctuary. I know it's easy and it's comfortable, but there's nothing like being in the energy and the presence of like-minded people. So the invitation is always open. For such a time as this, that's the title of my talk today. for such a time as this. For me, the phrase alone invokes courage and hope. These 6 words inspire me toward the defining moment that probably all of us is longing for. What is that? Our chance to make a difference in this world. A moment like Queen Esther's to save her people. That was a huge responsibility on such a very young woman. Yet her cousin Mordecai knew of her spirit, and he knew that she would subordinate her personal needs to the needs and the interests of the greater good. In this case, it was the Jewish people. So to truly understand the importance of this phrase, we need to take a deeper look beyond this one sentence into Esther's life. And I'm not going to read all the scripture, but you all know it's the book of Esther, chapter 4, verses 10 through 14. So I'm going to summarize. She had very humble beginnings. In fact, she was a member of the king's harem. But because of her beauty and her poise, she was elevated to a higher level within that harem. She had the most beautiful surroundings, and she actually had people who attended to her needs. So that was not expected. But the thing is that God had a purpose for Esther's life. Esther didn't know it. Mordecai didn't know it. The king didn't know it. But God knew it. There was this divine plan for her life, as we all have divine plans for our lives. The thing is that many believed, including Mordecai, who was like her adopted father, although he was just a cousin, that she was the only person who could persuade the king to save the lives of her people. He had this vision. And so what was his to do? His role was to support her in what she was to do, that only she could do. So what did he do? He encouraged her. He really helped her to move past her fear, to only accept and to act on her divine appointment. You see, no one else could get close enough to the king. He was always protected and surrounded by his guards. But because he fell in love with her and eventually made her queen, she could be in close proximity to plead on her people's behalf to spare their lives. So sometimes, just like Esther, we may need a little encouragement as we accept our mission. Not because we lack courage, but maybe because we just need a little reassurance from time to time. And what Esther needed to be reminded of is that God would always go before her. Esther represents all of us. And as you know, every parable, every story, every analogy in the Bible is really the universal story of all of our lives. Each of us is here at this time, not by chance, but rather because we were born for such a time as this. A time when the world seems to be upside down. A time when there seems to be more lack and limitation. A time where there seems to be an absence of compassion and empathy. We all face times of doubt and fear from time to time, because sometimes life just happens. And it happens in a way that we don't expect, in a way that we do not desire. And when life happens to us, you might have even asked this question, "Why me, Lord?" Yet always, our faithful Father is there to remind us that He has been with us all along and will continue to guide and protect us. So what I'd like for us to do just for a moment is to go within, and I'm going to remind you of God's protection by reciting the prayer of protection. And if you care to, you can join in if you know it. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So just breathe that in. Wherever we are, God is. There's no spot where God is not. Ooh, if that's not reassurance, I don't know what is. For such a time as this shows God's providence, whether we hesitate or we move forward in God's strength. Spirit works all things together to fulfill the Father's purpose. So, what are you too reluctant to step into? What is calling you, but you've not yet answered? What's holding you back from making a commitment or a decision that leads you to the next step in your spiritual unfoldment? What are you not doing, though God has called you to a specific task or role? And those questions are not rhetorical. Today, I am including an experiential element. So what I want you all to do, and you've got 6 minutes to do it, find someone whom you trust implicitly in this room. Go deep, be in personal integrity, and share your answers to these questions. And so you don't have to answer all of them because you only have 6 minutes, so that's like 3 minutes per person. So the question of your choosing, the first one was, what are you too reluctant to do, though you know it's yours and only yours to do? That's one. What's holding you back? What's holding you back from making a commitment or a decision that you know you need to make? Or taking the next step in a challenging process. So you have a whole bunch of choices here, so choose one or two. What are you not doing, though God has called you to a specific task or role? So huddle up, find a person that you can be your authentic self with, that you can speak your truth. You have 6 minutes. Can you time? So each person gets 3. 60 seconds remaining. So thank your partner for being a witness. Clap 2 times if you hear my voice. All right, I got you back. I got you back. So what I want you to know is that what is yours to do is yours to do, and only you can do it. However, you never, ever have to do it alone. And the reason I had you pair up is so that you know that you have support. Not only support of the divine, but you also have earthly support as well. So I want to thank you all for your willingness, for your courage to be vulnerable and to share and to talk about, what might be holding you back. Because in having this conversation and being in integrity with oneself, an interchange is taking place. And let me share with you something that Ernest Holmes said about change. He says, "Nature will not let us stay in any one place too long. She will let us stay just long enough to gather the experience necessary to the unfolding and advancement of our soul. This is a wise provision, for should we stay there too long, we would become too set, too rigid, too inflexible. Nature demands change in order that we may advance." And so, of course, the change has to happen within us. And so you've begun the process here in terms of articulating and recognizing your next yet to be and what it is that you are to do. So, like Esther, you might need a little encouragement, but you've got folks who love and support you. You've got practitioners. You've got ministers who will pray with you, who will help to boost your self-confidence. So utilize the resources that you have. And most importantly and most significantly, trust in God. Trust in God as you live your life out loud for such a time as this moment of each day, right where you are. The Creator put you on this earth at this time and has placed you where you are with the people with whom you are surrounded by for a reason. Whatever our circumstances, we can wake up each day knowing our, for such a time as this moment, is right here, right now. So why put off until tomorrow what you can do today? I'm here to tell you that God delivers on its promises, and we can trust God to guide us as we say yes in obedience to its call. By accepting your divine assignment, you will discover that even in the midst of any hardship and everything in between, there's a divine plan for your life. Perhaps even right now, you're facing a major change that you weren't expecting or even wanting. Reflect on the good. What is the good that can be derived from the experience? What if the good is just being in communion with God more often. That in and of itself is a blessing. What if after this experience that you're going through, your faith increases? You become more resilient. You have bigger and better ideas and dreams and visions. And even bigger and better ideas and opportunities might be presented to you as well. Are there opportunities to serve in your spiritual home? To make a difference right where you are? What's been holding you back? Or is there something even grander whereby you make an indelible impression upon the world? When we're faith-filled, when we're open-minded, we can realize God's plan for us. So just imagine the people that you can touch in meaningful and significant ways by moving into the things that God has for you. You and I were born for such a time as this. So be still and listen to the still small voice. You will be guided to your eternal now moment, and the only answer is yes. So the question that I have for you is, are you ready to move when God says move?
Are you ready to move when God says move? Are you ready to move in what God has for you? And are you ready to move in your visions and dreams He's given you? Are you ready to move when God says move? Lord, give me wisdom and understanding to do your will, Lord, just as you want me to. For not my will, Lord, but thine will be done in every situation. Lord, I yield my will to you.
Lord, I yield my will to you. For such a time as this, if you seize the moment, you will become closer to the divine, and you open the gateway to the kingdom of God right here on earth. For such a time as this, you were born, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. So, talk about being born. There were a lot of folks who were born in the month of October. What was happening in the early months of the year? I don't know. Lots of folks born in October and November. And so I would like to acknowledge everyone who has a birthday in October by saying a prayer. So You're going to say something? Come on up. Oh, everybody who has a birthday, stand up and be recognized. Yes, thank you. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Oh, for such a time as this, you were all born. Not by chance, but because God has a divine plan for your life. And what I know is that if God gave you a vision, idea, or a dream, everything that you need to fulfill the dream, to bring the vision into fruition, is already within you. All you need do is say yes. Yes to the divine. And so I'm blessing each and every one of you, knowing that God will make plain and straight and easy your way. And your only answer today and forevermore is yes. And so may you celebrate yourselves and enjoy all of the acknowledgement that comes with making your earthly presence in October. God bless you all, and so it is. Birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear loved ones, happy birthday to you. God is blessing us now, God is blessing us now, God is blessing you now, God is birthday to you. So remain standing, now everybody else stand. And join them as we recite our prayer for beloved Jamaica. It's in the insert in your program. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and a oneness under God are now established, and so it is. And so now we will sing Let Go, Let God, also an insert in your program. Let go of fear, it's nothingness. Take hold of good, it's here to last. There's only love for you to share. be seated. This time is, in our service, it's a time of conscious giving. It's a time of giving from our overflow, reaping what it is that we have sown in consciousness. And what I want you all to know is that everything that you give the center enables the center to continue to be and to exist, to bring more services to all of you, which reminds me that I will be surveying you all because I need to know what you want more of, right? We can't serve the needs if we don't know what they are. So it'll be really quick one. You can do it online, you can do it by paper or whatever, but that is forthcoming. So if you would, take your gift, your offering in your hand and recite the affirmation on the envelope, also in your program. Lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father, and so it is. And now we're all going to sing together the peace song. I invite you, stand, get the energy flowing in the room.
This service, we will join Angela Elliott for Wisdom Circle. And then we have this week our spiritual mind healing service on Tuesday at 6 p.m. with Rev Michele Synegal. And then we also have Reverend Synegal begins her classes face-to-face on Thursday, the 5th of October at 11:30 a.m. And of course, please remember the Thanksgiving services for Mrs. Corrine Kiddo, or dear Mrs. Corrine Kiddo, at the Church of the Ascension Mona on Saturday, the 7th of October at 10 a.m. Thank you, everyone.